From translation, Net New English Translation, this 204 day of the year today we are reading passages Proverbs 30-31, Proverbs chapter 30, verses 1 to 33, the words of Agga son of Jakeh, an oracle. This man declared to Ithiel and to Ucal, surely I am more brutish than any other man, and I do not have the understanding of a man. I have not learned wisdom, nor do I have the knowledge of the Holy One, who has ascended to heaven and then descended, who has gathered the wind in his hands, who has bound up the waters in his cloak, who has established all the ends of the earth. What is his name, and what is his son's name? If you know, every word of God is purified. He is like a shield for those who take refuge in him. Do not add to his words, lest he reprove you and prove you to be a liar. 2 things I ask from you: do not refuse me before I die. Remove falsehood and lies far from me. Do not give me poverty or riches. Feed me with my allotted portion of bread, lest I become satisfied and act deceptively and say, Who is the Lord? Or lest I become poor and steal and profane the name of my God. Do not slander a servant to his master, lest he curse you and you be found guilty. There is a generation that curses its father and does not bless its mother. There is a generation that is pure in its own eyes, yet is not washed from its filth. There is a generation, how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are raised in arrogance. There is a generation whose teeth are like swords, and whose jawbones are like knives, to devour the poor from the earth, and the needy from among the human race. The leech has 2 daughters. Give, give. There are 3 things that are never satisfied, 4 that never say enough: the grave, the barren womb, land that never has enough of water, and fire that never says enough. The eye that mocks at a father and despises obeying a mother, the ravens of the valley will peck it out, and the young vultures will eat it. There are 3 things that are too wonderful for me, 4 that I do not understand: the way of an eagle in the sky, the way of a snake on a rock, the way of a ship on the high seas, and the way of a man with a woman. This is the way of an adulterous woman. She eats and wipes her mouth and says, I have done nothing wrong. Under 3 things the earth trembles, and under 4 things it cannot bear up. Under a servant who becomes king, under a fool who is stuffed with food, under an unloved woman who is married, and under a female servant who displaces her mistress. There are 4 things on earth that are small, but they are exceedingly wise. The ants are not a strong people, yet they store up their food in the summer. The badgers are a people with no strength, yet they make their homes in the rocks. The locusts have no king, yet they all go out in ranks. The lizard you can catch with your hands, yet it lives in kings' palaces. There are 3 things that are stately in their stride, and 4 that are impressive in their walk: the lion, which mightiest among beasts and does not turn back from any, the strutting rooster, the male goat, and a king with his army around him. If you have done foolishly by exalting yourself, or if you have plotted evil, put your hand over your mouth. For as the churning of milk produces butter, and as twisting the nose produces blood, so provoking anger produces strife. Proverbs chapter 31, verses 1 to 31, the words of King Lemuel, an oracle that his mother taught him. O my son, O son of my womb, O son of my vows, do not give your strength to women, nor your ways to that which ruins kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, or for rulers to crave strong drink, lest they drink and forget what is decreed, and remove from all the oppressed their legal rights. Give strong drink to the one who is perishing, and wine to those who are bitterly distressed. Let them drink and forget their poverty, and remember their misery no more. Open your mouth on behalf of the mute, on behalf of the defenseless. Open your mouth, judge in righteousness, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Who can find a wife of noble character? For her value is far more than rubies. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She brings him good and not evil all the days of her life. She obtains wool and flax, and she is pleased to work with her hands. She is like the merchant ships, she brings her food from afar. She also gets up while it is still night, and provides food for her household and a portion to her female servants. She considers a field and buys it. From her own income she plants a vineyard. She girds herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She senses that her merchandise is good, and her lamp does not go out at night. Her hands take hold of the distaff, and her hands grasp the spindle. She extends her hand to the poor, and reaches out her hand to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all of her household are clothed in scarlet. She makes for herself coverlets, her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is well known in the city gate, he takes his seat with the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies sashes to the merchants. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she can smile at the day to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and loving instruction is on her tongue. She watches the ways of her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, Her husband also praises her, saying, "Many daughters have done valiantly, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord will be praised. Give her credit for what she has accomplished, and let her works praise her in the city gates."